this movie was fucking awesome, cool.
Where we going?
We're about to go movies or not?
Do not take your kids to watch this movie.
I like magic.
What the fuck did we just watch?
Half of the fucking movie is about the Joker.
Huh?
But yeah, it's a decent movie.
Hey guys, Run Unchained. So I just got back from watching Edgar Wright's newest film, Baby Driver. Holy shit. This movie was stylish, it was cool, it was smooth, slick. I mean, I had a blast in the theater. And where do I start? Let's start with the story. So the story is about this kid who's called Baby, who's a driver for this mobster and Kevin Spacey, and is forced to do these heist jobs as the bank robber's driver. He fulfills his last job, and by the time he finishes that job, he falls in love with this girl at a cafe. And he figures, okay, fine, she's my future now. But right before he gets to his promises moment, he gets pulled back into the world. And during this epic heist that's being set up, he's battling out his life as a criminal alias who does not want any harm done to any suspects or anyone who is involved in the heist. No danger, and trying to manage that life with a future life that he hopes to have with this woman, and Deborah, played by Lily James. That's all I'm gonna say about the story. And if you want to know, should I go see the movie or not? Go see this movie. Go see it as soon as possible. There's gonna be a lot of positives and very minimal negatives that are like tiny nitpicks that I would have loved in the film to be extra. The movie's an hour and 57 minutes. If I could have had 10 minutes, I would have liked to have this and that, but majority of this film was epic and awesome. So let's go down first with the master behind all this, Edgar Wright. Now, up until a couple months ago, I knew who he was, but I had not seen his film. I had not given his artwork or projects a try. I saw Shaun of the Dead. I liked it a lot. I saw Hot Fuzz. And I still haven't seen This Is the End, or no, At World's End, and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I know, I'm trying to get to them, but out of Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz, I'm still contemplating which one I like more. I might lean over to Hot Fuzz, but they're both awesome movies that it's hard to balance out, but it's tough right now. Prior to seeing this film, it was up in balance. When I saw the film, seeing how these characters were written, how everything was straightforward, but everything was subtle, placed out fact, this is what happened, this is where we're going. And the pacing was on point. There was no time that I was trying to catch my watch to see how long we have to go, or there are moments that I'm like, wait a minute, no, let's stay here longer. Everything was smooth. We had enough time in the cafe, and the meeting, during the heist, during the resolution, during the complications. Everything was perfect to a T, and I'll give credit where due is in the editors, but setting up this world where this kid is the best driver in this organization of just bank robbers, and everyone doubts him, from John Bernthal's character Griff to Jamie Foxx's character in Bats. John Hamm and Aiza Gonzalez's characters, Buddy and Darling, don't have that much complication, but even Doc, who praises him, still keeps him at bay, like, you're gonna do what I say because you owe me. The driving in this film, the action felt, there must be a little bit of CG, but everything looked practical. The driving, the chases, the action, it was practical. And even Edgar Wright's famous cuts, which, cut here quickly, I dug it. I was like, oh, put it that style within heist drama action films that I love more than zombie apocalypse. The actors. Ansel Elgort plays Baby. I knew he was Between Us, started Between Us. I forgot what it was. A couple films prior that he had been in. I had not known him or seen his films. Thought he was cool. I wanted to be him. I rooted for him. I feel bad when things weren't going his way, and I hope to see more collaboration with him and Edgar Wright, because I think with Mr. Wright's writing and directing, his performances mixed up, put him and Lily James as Bonnie and Clyde, have an Edgar Wright style twist to it. I would watch that film. But yeah, Ansel Elgort, this is my first entry into Ansel Elgort as well. Kick-ass job, and damn, he was cool. Lily James, who plays Deborah, I knew where she came from, with minimal info where she came from. I saw the connection between her and Baby, and I rooted for that. There's one thing I'll add right now before I get into everyone else, is that of all these characters, I understood them, I believed on them, and I was interested to spend 2 hours with all these characters mixed, especially Baby and Deborah, because I was rooting for them. I when there was a scenario that there was problems or there was moments of peace, I was just like, oh, stay away from danger, just stay in the peace moment. And she did Cinderella for Kenneth Branagh a couple years ago. I forgot what it was, but she did a phenomenal job. And even though, and this is a little minor spoiler, she finds out what Baby's a part of, she still has enough affection for him, and they have enough connection that she's willing to stand by his side and just be like, look, I'll do whatever it takes to be on your side, but let's just get the hell out of this. Let's get out of this mess. And yeah, Lily James, I believe they're another crush I have of celebrity actresses and actresses. And Baby and Deborah's relationship or chemistry, it's top notch in this film. Jamie Foxx as Bats. God damn, I hated Bats, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing. When I say I hated the character, it doesn't mean that the performances were bad. Listen, Kylo Ren, Force Awakens, I hated him, but the reason why, because Adam Driver made a good performance enough for me to hate him. Jamie Foxx, he is the lunatic of all the bank robbers. He picks on Baby the most, and at points he would make me laugh by the insults he would give or the stuff he would spit out, and just being like, I don't give a fuck about all of you. Just don't fuck with me, and don't fuck up the money I'm trying to get out of all these jobs. Just stay on the looks. He was entertaining to watch. I laughed at a couple of jokes. Him and Baby's classes, I was like, ooh, shit's gonna go down. And but yeah, Jamie Foxx, I loved him in Django Unchained. Oh, I love that movie. And another great performance out of Jamie Foxx. It was phenomenal as Bats. John Hamm as Buddy. Again, I'm a fan of all these actors, but some of these actors I probably don't follow their work. I know Mad Men, John Hamm. I saw $1 Million Arm, which was a Disney movie. I thought he was great in that. John Hamm as Buddy. At first, everything's cool with him. He's cool. I would hang out with him. If I was married, I would hang out with him. He's got a hot girlfriend, but he's a cool dude. When stuff gets spiced up towards the middle and then the end, God damn, you do not want to fuck with Buddy. I'll say that as much. Isaac Gonzalez as Darling. Let me just get this out of the way. She's very lovely. She's very beautiful. Give her a gun. She will not hesitate to kill you if you fuck with her or her boyfriend. She will not hesitate to shoot at you. I'll throw this a little minor gripe. She did have moments in this film. I wish I would have gotten a little bit more out of her and Buddy's connection, where they came from a little, but from what I had, that was enough for me. And yeah, it's sort of like, on the outside, she might be lovely and sweet, but on the inside, she might want to slice your throat in the middle of the night or when you turn your back. Watch out for her. Kevin Spacey, the doc. Smooth. Kevin Spacey, phenomenal actor. Smooth. At first, he's baby, him and baby, they're a team. They're a team. They even make a reference to that they're a team. Both of us are a team. You're my lucky charm. But at the same time, he's holding baby back from having a happy life with Deborah. So even though I was thinking he's a cool mob boss, but goddamn, leave baby alone. Let him run with Deborah into the sunset, whatever. John Bernthal's Griff. He's the first character to give some like stabbing at baby, not physically, but like, what the fuck? This kid thinks he knows he's all too shit. Before Bats, Griff is the one who's always on baby's back, and those are the main actors, but supporting actors as even people that are, I guess, background. Let's see, for example, C.J. Jones. He plays, as you know in the trailer, baby had an accident with his family. His mom and dad died in a car crash, and his connection to music was with his mom. His adopted father, who I guess is deaf and uses they use sign language. I thought that was sweet. I connected with that. I felt sympathy for him, and I wanted to help baby take care of him. When I thought there was danger with Joseph, I was ready to wreck hell. And yeah, C.J. Jones did a phenomenal job for me to connect with him, and Joseph being concerned of baby's life. Like, I'm not concerned about my life. You don't have to be in this world. I don't want you to be in this world. Just pack up and go get a girl, go get out of this place. You go live your life in a positive way. So I thought that was sweet of Joseph. The soundtrack. Now, I noticed a couple songs, or I heard some songs that I'm like, I've heard that song before. I don't know them on the top of my head, but I dug with the style and slickness, smoothness of this film was that I want to buy the soundtrack now. I can't name off the top of the head some artists who were involved in these songs, but kick-ass soundtrack for this kick-ass film. Bravo. That's another thing that I've heard from Edgar Wright, that as much as he's good with film, he is also good with music. As much as I love this film, there's some stuff that's that I thought would have been, if I had an extra stuff or a little bit more time with it, I would have liked to see this or heard that happen. So this is just nitpicky stuff that I love the film how it is right now, but if I could have 10 more minutes, this would happen. The movie's an hour and 57 minutes. Again, like I said, if I had 10-15 more minutes, I would love to have focused more on the rest of the bank robbers, exclusively Bats, Darling, Buddy, and Doc. More history out of them. So even though I know that they say Baby and Doc have some history with them, which you'll see in the film, but also how Buddy and Darling maybe knew each other, how Bats became a lunatic asshole. I would love to learn a bit more about him, but again, they made subtle references or notions of their history, which I'm like, okay, I'll buy that. But sometimes you love to see stuff and perform in live action. But 10-15 minutes would have been fine for me, but the film is good right now. That's about it. I fucking love this movie. I love this movie. Fan or no fan of Edgar Wright, go check it out. And if you are a fan, you're gonna love his take in heist action genre in this genre. And if you're not, this is a good entry to get into Edgar Wright's style and his movie making. And then you should also go check out Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, as I have. But that's gonna be my review of Baby Driver. I would rate it 8.5, 9 out of 10, around that range. It's one of the best films of the year, and if you haven't seen my last review film, I did Transformers the last night. Going from that to this, felt good. Felt really good. But that's gonna be my review for Baby Driver. If you guys liked the review, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, post any comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.